Hello everyone. This lab I'm recording for how to set up a Linux server to become a file server or sharing between the Windows XP or Windows Network and the Linux server, and in that case the Samba service acting as a file system. So this lab you may work directly in whichever the image that I gave you already in the lab. So again, we in this lab we based on virtualization environment that we utilize based on, and that we carry on from there. Okay. What about their IP address? That it should be remain what it is, and you should check in and verify your IP address before we carry on. All right. Okay, the main task of this audio, of this postcard is I go through the Linux side first on the server side, and I go point by point, and then go at the end of that. When I finish this, I may cut the audio, and then you may find the second audio talking about the client setup. All right. Okay, first is first, right? I'm going to tackle point one. All right. Enabling. Okay, I'm working on that point at the moment. Okay, how to enabling Samba service or SMBD in Linux. So that's really simple. It's just a service, so you just enable that either way. All right, methods number one, that's normal service or etc, whatever way you want to be. So I just this way is easy for me, I guess. SMBD, and do start. Okay. Okay, let's find out if the service running or not. Just tap status. At the moment it's running. So there are two services should be run. Should be run. One you run the SMB. Right? Should be that's two services there. Okay. What are the port number? The port number and how do you view the nmap? How do you find out what is the ports that running using Samba? You can use next step. So to Ben, and you showed that in the previous lab already. It is the fabric of the so let me go to graphic mode. Got the GUI mode to show you a little bit bigger screen, so you might see clearer. All right, now I'm in the GUI, so I can see a bigger screen. That's what I'm here for. Okay, next step again. TCP, UDP, process, A4O, and the number. Alright, where is Samba? So you might start to write down what the port here for the next step, which is your firewall, okay? So what is that port? UDP, right? You got to find out 1, 2, 3. So you had to find out what port is that. TCP first. TCP1, right? TCP2, got that? And then only two port for TCP, right? So 139.445, that's TCP. What about UDP? One UDP, two UDP, and I think that is very much, isn't it? Two TCP. So there is two UDP and two TCP that you need to enable in firewall. Okay, now I have the port already. I'm going to go to the firewall, use add those ports on, okay, before we go next step. So which step are we now? We done that part, now we got the second part, all right, TCP, firewall. Come back here, then we use any editor that you believe that you're good at and comfort with. IP tables. All right. As normal, I'm going to make my life easy, so I'm going to get UDP out first. So I have two port UDP, right? UDP, UDP, UDP. All right, so TCP. What is first? My first TCP UDP 175.137, and my second UDP was My second UDP was 138. You better record down on the paper based on the question. You better record down here, right? Record down here. That's the same as this, right? UDP1, UDP2. So 7, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 7, 8, 9. Over here. So better do this way, right? Better do this way. Look more safe. Yeah, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9. Do this one. So 7, 8, 9, and 4, 4, 5. Do that way. So make your life easier, right? But instead of top lines by line for each port, I'm going to make it in one single port. All right, make it one multiple port for you, so it makes it easier, right? I make multiple. Okay, now I do multiple port. Instead of I do one go, right? Instead we have too many. This one you got to do multi-port. I guess multi-port is correct. If not, you can search on the Google. And now I do port destination port here, 53. What next? 137, 138, 139, and the last one 445. So that's more handy, right? So this part you don't need it anymore. Just delete and take them out, right? UDP and UDP. And the last one here, you do the mask. Get the mask is multiple port. And then UDP, that's alright. And the first port, the same thing. Keep 137, 138, and 139. And the last one, 445. And if you're happy with that, I hope I top the right one. Then just save them, right? Save them and then finish them. After you've done the IP table, next one will be restart them, right? Hopefully it's everything alright. Good. So my IP table is done. Alright, people, I carry on with the configuration of Samba and SES Linux. And for further information on SES Linux, you might find on another website on the net. I'm sure you can ask me, and then I will give you very healthy information on SES Linux. Okay, carry on with the task, right? Now we're going to get on the Linux here, and then we okay, cd to Samba. You better write this down, of course, while you listen to this video, and wherever you go, and then try to stop any part that you wish to record on your note. Okay, I'm going to Samba folder, and that's the folder it look like when you start your Samba. So I nano the file smb dot, or you can do this way, make more sense, Samba and smb.clnf. So you better write this down. This is default file configuration for the Samba. Okay, now and now you better record down this part as well. It's important. You better do it now from the Linux point of view. I mean from the prompt. So I better do it now. The first thing I go to open, click on the new terminal, and then I type it on here. SE what is it? SAP, and then there's P for permanent, Samba underscore domain, domain controller. Okay, and then you can do equal 1 or it's on, like what it says up there would be acceptable anyway. And when it's done, you can go for a second one here. Sorry, the second one. This is must. Okay, you must run this one as well. Without that, you will have this trouble. Okay, without that, you will have trouble here. If you want to access Samba share home directory, you must turn this on. Example, the same thing that we just done. Instead of equal 1, you can use it on. Okay, you don't run this, you will see this message pop up. Okay, so now I got to run the second one. What is that? Samba enable, Samba underscore is enable, and then home, and then dir, and then equal 1 or on. Or just do it on, and let's compare for you. Okay, that's SE Linux required for Samba. Okay, done. If no message, it's good. If you got message, let me know how you go. So the rest, don't worry about that. If you got a question, you can ask me. Okay. And by default, the workgroup here also the domain. I'm going to make my own domain. I call it is a you can call any domain, I guess. I call this is a Cisco, okay, or Cisco, okay. Log in Cisco, okay. Now better say Linux local, okay. I do Linux local. You better change your own name, okay. And what about BIOS name? The BIOS name, which is the server name, will be appear in Windows, okay. So I put a comment here for you, right? You don't have to write. This is a comment, okay. The hash sign there is the comment. Is the domain name, okay. This is a domain name and the work group name. The BIOS name I can make anything. I don't know. Just make say my say file server, files, or you can make don't know, file server 1 example, file server 1. If you wish to, or you can change any name. Before you make this statement active, you have to remove the semicolon. Remove the semicolon. Remember, you must remove the semicolon on whatever the line I show you up there. For this one, at the moment, this line is inactive because the semicolon is still there. All right, be aware. And of course, do not use the mouse in here, right? Okay. So up to here, only 1, 2, 3. That's 3 lines only. Next, leave it what it is for the security. Okay. We carry on. Okay, now we're going down to, you better record down, right? I'm going down to remove, I think I don't need to do anything here, I guess. I don't change anything here. Okay, here, this part I need to turn it on. Preferred master, put it yes. And you need to put on wins, okay? You need to put on the wins. Server is support. You got it? So run that down. Next one there. Remove the semicolon in the win support equal yes. And what next? Leave it what it is. Leave it what it is. I think that's it. That's all I did, right? I didn't change anything much. Okay, repeat again on this file. Run down these two, right? Run that. Run this one on your Linux at the prompt. Run that on the Linux prompt. Do not enable from here, of course. That's all. And then come down to global. See on the global here, global configuration. On global, I just enable that and work on that. Okay. The screen, I don't worry much, and the net BIOS. The 2 things I have done. And what else? Okay. I forgot that part. Domain master and domain login you need to enable as well. So you need to write them down, right? Write them down on your note. Without that, it's just too hard. You need to write down really. Write down on the paper that I gave it to you. Yeah, that's right. So, and the win as well. This part very important. You miss it any point, it's not gonna work at all. Okay, I repeat. Check it up there. Okay. See how you go. You might hit post button and see how it's go. Next, that one remain. Don't change anything. Okay, and then domain master, uncomment them. Domain master equal yes, domain logon equal yes. And then prefer master yes. And the last one, win supports equal yes. Nothing else, alright? When done, hit OK. And then get out there and restart your Samba. Beautiful. Alright, now this part I've done, right? This part I've done, I just make a color for me easy to follow up. Now next one is join a domain, enable join domain account. What does that mean? It means that on XP here, whatever computer name here I want to make. I want to make a computer name here. I have to, that computer name. Whatever computer name here I want to make it, first I have to add this one in Linux first before I do anything here. Okay, so how do I do that? I have some statement here for you already. All you got to do is here. Okay, run that in, type that in your computer, Type that in your computer, right? But that one I put on your paper as well. Comment down and that one. See that? Type them in your Linux and then we'll be alright. So what you got to do here? Add what? Samba user add dash d slash no home dash m dash s slash bin and then false. And then my computer in this scenario, I put example is reception. All right. Example. This one you need to change, right? This computer you have to change by yourself. Reception and the $sign at the end of that. Okay. That's my computer name. Oop, I just done before, so don't worry about them. Now, I have to add them again because before I done, I have been test already, so you won't have that message anyway. But it will be alright if you do that. After you've done the computer name, you have to add the password for that computer name. SA-M reception. Okay, so that's the computer name is. Okay, this part I done already. Now next part I add the new account. Okay, now it's a new username for Samba. Add a new username for Samba. Did I make it right? Enable domain account. I think the part I just done is supposed to be that one. My apology. Okay, that's I think I make it wrong. My apology, I haven't done that. Now I do this part, right? And now I'm going to do this part for you. To do that, I'm going to run two simple commands. Right, Samba -wd-a root, because using this account you to join your Windows computer to Linux. Okay, the password, of course, you find out what it is. So that part I've done, right? This is the part I just done. All right, please record them down. Record them down. Record them down here. Samba -a and then root, and you find out what is that by using the man page command. Okay, next one, as a username for Samba. Okay, as a username for Samba. How do I do that? I'm going back to Linux, and then I'm going to user and example. I do test1. Okay, and then you need to put the password for that, of course. Passwd test1. Test1. Password, you find out your way. Okay, now I'm going to add this Samba password for this account. So Samba -a test1. Okay, so this command to make test1 to log into Windows. Okay, without this you can't log in test1 in Windows at all. Done. So now I think I'm done everything on Windows for preparation. Okay, so now I'm going to do record on Linux. So I finished this session here. You look for the second video for Windows add-on. Okay,